So Andre, listen to me. I want you to take through our youth intake players. I want you to take them through their paces. I want you to tell me who's good, who's bad, and who might end up being a future star for us here at the club. Can you do that for me? Andre? Silent treatment again. He never talks to me anymore. So hello and welcome back to the Leeds United Save here on FM20. Hope you're all doing well today and looking forward to today's episode where we've got our youth intake, and quite frankly this is not the golden generation we were promised. They were told in our preview we had a golden generation coming. This doesn't look like it to me. 1 5-star player, a 3.5-star player, 2 3-stars, and the rest are just garbage in my opinion. Honestly, not brilliant. Not brilliant at all, but I guess we've got 1 or 2 players there that could be decent for us in the future. First things first though, welcome back. Hope you're all doing well. Again, thank you so much for the support. Yesterday's video, the transfer special one, more views than the other episode I had in like the first 12 hours. Like, it was mental yesterday. You guys just keep smashing this for me. So I'm going to put another likes target of 150 likes on today's video. If we can reach that, that would be impressive. So this youth intake then, we'll go through this first. This first guy is, how do I pronounce this name? He's Icelandic, which is pretty cool. A centre-back, which is pretty cool. Good Munda. I'm not good Munda. I can say that bit. I'm not even gonna. I don't even know what that letter is. That first letter of his. What is it? I don't know what it means, but I won't say it. Either way, this guy does look pretty special. I think he does look pretty special. For 16 years old, he's 5'11", which is, he'll get a bit taller maybe, but he's got some very nice physicals. His mentals are extremely good for his age as well. 18 teamwork, I like what I see there. 14 determination, I like what I see. And to be fair, his technicals aren't that bad either. Heading of 9, marking of 9, tackling of 13. At 16 years old, he will get an awful lot better. Apparently playing at Vanarama national level right now, but I'm sure within 2 seasons he would get him in our first team, at least as a rotation option in our first team. I think the way he looks to be as a player, I'm very happy with it. So potentially we've got a bit of a star here. Obviously a centre-back as opposed to a ball-playing defender, but has got 11 passing, good technique, good marking, good first touch. My plan right away with him is to offer him a contract first and foremost, because we need to get that done very quickly because I need him to stay at the club. But also, if we can go back on him, training, development. We can't do any training yet. Once he properly signs, we'll get his training done to train him as a ball-playing defender instead. Michael Noir, he is the other chap who looks fairly decent. 3.5 stars of potential ability. Striker. Obviously, you look at this and it's just clearly not as good as the Icelandic chap, but has still got some good areas. 18 determination is very good, gives him a good chance of reaching that potential ability, as does his personality of driven, which is good. He has got a bit of pace and stuff, which is what you want as a striker. And of course, these technicals are only ever going to get an awful lot better. So we could see him end up being a decent striker for us in the future. We'll also look through Mark Dixon as well, a young winger who's got some good pace and natural fitness. And to be fair, again, he's got some decent mentals, but of course the technicals are the area that leave a lot to be desired for right now. Also more of a left midfielder as opposed to a winger, so we'll have to get him training to be a bit more advanced up the pitch. And then Graham Holder as well, centre midfielder, has got actually some really good first touch and decent passing as well, so we could get him to be a nice playmaker at some point potentially, although his composure anticipation may be a little bit low, so maybe not quite suited to the playmaker role, but we'll try and find something for him down the line as well. So those 4 are pretty decent. I think the rest of them we can sort of maybe ignore a little bit. Not quite the youth intake we thought we were going to be getting when it said golden generation. Of course, if you want any of these players, get yourself down in the description, click on the link to join the Patreon and sign up to the Patreon. There's a perk on the Patreon where you can rename a regen after you, or anyone you want for that matter, really, anyone. So get yourselves down there if you want to do that for either this one or going forward in the future. Right, that's done and dusted out the way. We've got a big episode coming up today as we take on Wolverhampton Wanderers and Liverpool in the Premier League. I think originally we were going to be playing Burnley, but the youth intakes literally come through on the day that we play Wolverhampton Wanderers, so that changes things up a little bit there. Since you were last here for the obviously transfers and that West Ham game, we've done okay. Not brilliant, but we've done okay. A 2-2 draw with Leicester. We got lucky with a Kasper Schmeichel own goal and Haps scoring in that game as well. We got very unlucky with them scoring in the 90th minute as well, but it was a probably deserved 2-2 result in that fixture. We then went to beat Newcastle. Justin Kluivert scored a penalty in the 89th minute, so got lucky to get that win. We then had a 1-1 draw with Fulham. Tyler Roberts getting his 8th or 9th of the season in that game, so it wasn't an awful February, but could have been a bit better. March, though, has been terrible so far. We lost to Birmingham in the Championship in the 5th round of the FA Cup before losing to Chelsea as well. We should have lost by a lot more, but we did get dominated by Chelsea in that game. But at least we did bounce back with a 2-0 win over Sheffield United. So at least there is another win in there. Only with 2 wins between episodes. Not ideal, really. 2 wins, 2 draws, 2 losses as it stands right now. Actually, that's kind of poetic, but I would have rather us get 3 or 4 wins. As for the league table, though, we're still looking pretty good. 10th in it right now, 3 points clear of Leicester in 11th. So we're still on for that sort of 9th to 14th place finish, which I thought we were going to get. I can't really see us getting any higher than 9th. I can't see us catching up with Chelsea and Arsenal and things like that, particularly when we play Wolves and Liverpool today. I can imagine those being 2 losses. But it's not been all doom and gloom in between episodes. It's actually been a nice time to get some contracts done. Jamie Shackleton has now got himself a new contract. He's impressed me massively this season, so well done to Jamie. New contract for you. And was also a new contract for Tyler Roberts. He wanted a new contract, and I said to him, can you wait till the end of the season? He got a bit aggy and said, no, I can't wait till the end of the season. So we gave him one then and there. I'm still not 100% sold on Tyler Roberts, if I'm honest with you, but he is improving. He is getting better. Obviously, Rodrigo's our first choice and will be our first choice next season, I would imagine, as well. But I like what I see with Tyler Roberts. He's got, 6 goals in the league now, 9 in all competitions. So he's getting the goals. Is he going to be a Premier League striker for us there in the future? Is he going to be the best player to put up front, particularly with more transfer windows coming up? That's what I'm not sold on, and that was why I wanted to sort of wait a little while to give him a new contract. But he's got one, so he's here to stay for now. So this is the team going up for the game against Wolves. We've got So this is the team we're going to use against Wolverhampton Wanderers to kick things off today. We've got Kiko Casilla in goal with a backline of Haps, Gavadol, Koch and Pastelak. Shackleton and Phillips make up that midfield partnership, with Elena still playing in the attacking midfield position. I think he's the best player to play there. Unfortunately, Justin Kluivert just keeps underperforming massively. So he's been dropped to put Rodrigo out on the left, Pablo Hernandez on the right. Although, could we swap them over? Do they prefer that? Not really. So we'll leave it as it is, with Tyler Roberts still getting the nod as the striker. Let's see how it goes. So, as kickoff is upon us, I want to talk to you about something, but not Football Manager. I want to talk to you about real life football. As I sit down and record this, I don't think any games have kicked off yet, so I can't say to you, congratulations on Lincoln City winning their first game of the season 5-0 against Oxford, because it's probably not going to happen. But I want to know, how are you feeling for the start of the new season? Obviously, I think quite a few leagues across Europe and the world start today, but particularly like in England, that's where the bulk of my audience is. Who do you support, and how did your first game of the season go? Let me know down in the comment section, and I'll be very interested to hear how you think your team played today, if you saw it or anything like that, and where you think your team is going to come this season. For me, Lincoln City, I think we've got a good team. But I don't think it's good enough to be challenging, or I don't expect us to be challenging for playoffs or anything like that. I'd like to say we'll finish top half. I think more realistically, more like 12th, 13th, 14th, something like that. But as long as we do better than we did last season, I'm happy. For those of you who were in the stream this morning, we spoke about it quite a bit. I think a few of you are feeling pretty confident this season, unless you're a Huddersfield fan. A lot of Huddersfield fans aren't feeling very confident. Either way, we have brushed over that first half. Nothing really happened in it at all. I think there's one highlight there. That was all there was in that first half. As we don't look to come forward. Wolves look to come forward. We look to defend. That's what I was trying to say. We look to defend from the Wolves attack, and if that's what the highlights are for, this game really does have 0-0 written all over it. But we do have a chance to come forward right now. Come on, lads, let's get forward. Hernandez across to Rodrigo. Rodrigo back to Carlos Elena. Elena shoots, and if he got that on target, that would have been a beautiful goal. Unfortunately, he puts it far too high, way over the bar, and not really challenging Wolves much at all. I'll tell you what, I am pleased actually that we're not losing this. I thought Wolves would give us a good game, and then we'd eventually lose 3 or 4-0 in the second half. They're a very good side, but we're holding our own right now as Hernandez with another chance to come forward now. We've got bodies forward. Hernandez, he can't do anything with it. He's got to go, really. He's, 34, 35 years old? Is he 35 in game yet? Still 34. Still got a little time till April when he turns 35, but he's definitely got to go next season. I need to get a better right winger in next season, I believe, as Wolves looking to come forward. Connor Cody into Neto, but it's cleared by Josko. Rodrigo can't do much with it, though. Come on, lads, let's get this ball back. Let's get this ball forward. Rodrigo, good interception. He's doing well defensively, and luckily we don't concede. I think with 15 minutes or so to go, let's watch this corner which has been cleared. I mean, Wolves are all over us in the second half, I must say. I mean, we've had some good chances, but we've not really done much with them. Maybe this time we will do. Tyler Roberts sort of waiting in the middle, but has been marked now. Who's unmarked for a little while. Calvin Phillips into Pastelak, come on, get it across the middle into Calvin Phillips. Let's just do something clever with it, boys. Let's stop messing around on the edge of the area. Decisive pass, shoot, goal. Come on, decisive pass, shoot. Oh, he's missed it again. Carlos Elena, he is having a terrible game, really, if we're being honest with ourselves. He's going to come off, okay? We're going to put Rodrigo through the middle, maybe. We'll swap those two over. Let's swap those two over, okay? Cliver on the left-hand side. Tyler Roberts had a bad game anyway. Pablo Hernandez through the middle, Helder Costa on the right, as Wolves have just scored a goal. We'll confirm those changes. But how have Wolves just scored that? Let's see. So Adama Traore then, just running down the wing. No one tackling. No one going for the tackle. It's a very good goal. I'll give him that. Adama, it might even deserve a clap if I'm honest with you. It might even deserve a clap. That was a very good goal, but what Haps was doing there, I've not a clue. Because he didn't tackle him. So I'm lost for words. And with that, despite the changes, we are about to lose this game, I think, unfortunately, is 2-0 now. I don't think we deserve that, honestly. I don't think we deserve to lose this game 2-0. I think, if anything, it's got a draw written all over it. But what do I know? Clearly, we've not been able to hold on at the end. I predicted in my head that we'd be pretty good in this game. And then I said we'd lose 3 or 4-0. We've ended up losing it 2-0 late on, which is kind of what I thought might happen. Cliver into Helder Costa. The substitutes can't even combine to score a goal there. That's full time. Not the result we wanted. But the positive side is we're nowhere near relegation, so it doesn't matter too much. I now remember why I was so keen to do Liverpool and Burnley as opposed to Wolves and Liverpool. It's because we've got international break right now, so we've got 2 weeks of just mashing the spacebar, which should be great fun. The youth candidates, though, smashed our under-18 squad, so maybe they're not all quite as useless as I thought they were going to be. Leeds candidate squad, come on, can we look at them? No. Apparently not. They're still only 3-star and 4.5-star or 3.5-star. So we'll sign the recommended players. They'll join the club. I think it's only those 4 players that are recommended, which kind of shows how poor the youth intake actually was. So this guy has signed his contract now. He will probably get a new name for next episode as well when the Patreon stuff comes through. So don't get used to his name that I can't pronounce. So that's very helpful for me. In terms of his training, though, we're going to switch him up to a ball-playing defender on defend, take control of his players' individual training. I've mashed my way halfway through this this international break. Apparently we've got 20 players on international duty though, including Barry Douglas, who's now out for 5 weeks or so with a calf strain. Luckily he's not our first choice left back anymore. What am I reading here as well? Talks with a consortium led by Steve Dale. Steve Dale's the guy that ruined Bury. Luckily that takeover with Newcastle has hit the... I can't believe that's... Obviously it's a game, Tom. It's not actually real life. I've taken that as if that was real life then. Calm down. Right, for the game against Liverpool... They are the best. I think we try the 5 at the back system again. Let's just quick pick that and just see what comes up. It looks like a decent lineup to me. They've got us do that. That'll do. I mean, it's Liverpool. We're going to lose this one. So kickoff is upon us. We lost to them earlier on in the season 2-0 at home. We are away from home to them now, so I suspect it's going to be a lot more than that. I mean, they're on 82 points as it stands right now. 84 points as it stands right now. United in second are on 68. Just shows the absolute gulf there is between Liverpool and the rest of the league right now. I'm not quite sure if this even goes in the back of the net. I mean, how Salah scored that, I don't know. It's mental. Have Liverpool lost a game yet this season? No. They're unbeaten still this season, so... It'd be nice if we could be the only team to beat them, but if we want to give the ball away to Origi like that, we are going to lose games. And there is another one, obviously. Obviously, that was always going to go in the back of the net. I held my breath thinking it'll just go wide. No, obviously, that was always going to go in the back of the net. I mean, quite frankly, I don't think there's anything I can do in this situation. Genuinely. I don't know. Because Liverpool are just so good. There's not a chance we've got of beating them. If I'm honest with you, I might hand the reins over to someone else. Let me just click. Look, let him do it. Let him do it. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. He's just as bad as... Get off the screen. Get off. He's just as bad as me. He's conceded a goal. We may as well just go gung-ho at this point, really. We may as well go a bit gung-ho and just sort of see what happens. We'll bring Justin Kluivert on, who's on the bench. Bring him on for Cooper. And let's bring Fabrice Hartman on for his debut on the right-hand side. See if he can just do anything different. I've been looking forward to starting Fabrice Hartman for a little while, to be fair. Obviously, since we signed him, I wanted to start him, but he's had injuries. He's come back from an injury now, and I'm interested to see if he can perform and do something clever. If he gets a goal in this game or gets an assist, I will start him for the rest of the season. But we're not going to score like that. Corner for us, though. Calvin Phillips puts it in the middle. Fabrice Hartman nods it on to Rodrigo. And Rodrigo scores his, I think, 15th goal of the season. And Hartman starts every single game for the rest of the season now. Because I said that he would. I love that. Comes on, immediately gets an assist. And we immediately concede a goal again. Not so good, that one, obviously. Oh, don't worry, though. It's going to the VAR. And it's been disallowed. Get in the bin, Van Dijk. Get in the bin. Stroke of genius, bringing him on, the youngster. I feel like that justifies me spending, what, like £4 million on him and thinking this might be a bad deal. I think it justifies it. He's got himself an assist. That's all we wanted to see. Rodrigo, go on. Oh, just almost. We should never have gone 5 at the back. It was a terrible mistake. I've changed things up. And suddenly we've gone from 1 shot to 8 shots. We are a different team. And again, it's Kluivert who everything seems to be going through right now as he's through. Justin still can't score goals. Still have to work on that. Another chance. Come on. Haps into Shackleton. Haps back to Shackleton. Across the middle. Rodrigo. If we could just get some of these shots on target, we could be level on goals. I tell you what, the first half was terrible. The first 15 minutes of the second half, terrible. But since we changed shape, we were brilliant. We should have stuck with the system we're used to. Should have gone with it. We might have given Liverpool more of a game. I'm happy with the way we played in that second half, actually. It was really good. Unfortunately, though, we have lost, and we did lose both games today, as sort of predicted, and we are in actually quite terrible form, only winning 1 of our last 5. But it shouldn't matter. We are well clear of the playoffs. There's only, 6 games for us to play this season, and 2 of them will be next time as we take on Arsenal and Manchester United. So 2 tough games again, but that's going to be interesting. We'll finish off the season there and fingers crossed get a big win. Probably against Arsenal, not United. United are quite good in this version of the game, but against Arsenal, there's a good chance. So, thank you ever so much for watching today's video. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. And of course, if you have done, please do drop a like on the video for me. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. And I will see you next time. Have a good one. Goodbye.